is directed by Christopher Nolan, and it's his first full-length feature film as a director, and it also marks the beginning of my series of Christopher Nolan movie reviews leading up to Dunkirk. And essentially it tells the story of a struggling writer who, well, follows people to get a peek into their lives and to hopefully get inspired when he writes his novels or whatever. And one of the people he follows is a thief, and this thief kind of catches him out and essentially takes him under his wing and teaches him the ways and tricks and trades of a thief. And there's also some other plot elements that I don't want to spoil for you, but I want to quickly talk about how Christopher Nolan actually made this film. Now, this film was pretty much made out of his own pocket. The actors and other people, the cameraman and stuff like that, were all like his friends, and the film had to be shot on weekends because all the rest of the cast and crew actually had proper jobs. Now, this film is in black and white, as you can see, and to be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of black and white movies. I do appreciate and understand that without black and white films we wouldn't have coloured films, or we wouldn't have films at all, and I do appreciate that. But in my opinion, colour is such an integral part of the filmmaking process. And so I made a whole video about why colour is important and how it can be used properly. And so I'm a big colour guy when it comes to films. And so the idea that Christopher Nolan's first film, or any film that could be in colour, is in black and white is a bit annoying to me. Although obviously films like Schindler's List, which is one of the best films of all time, is in black and white, and I love that film partly because it is in black and white. Now, this film is in black and white. For me, it is a bit of a turn-off, but I just kind of have to deal with it. What this film does really well is that it's such an intriguing, interesting, and complex character study. Every film that Nolan directs is very complex. I think Memento may be his most complex, and I'll talk about that in my Memento review. But this film and the characters in it have so much depth. But because it's his first film, it obviously isn't perfect, which is what I'm going to talk about now. Although I do think that it is a very interesting character study, some elements of the stories, especially towards the end, do feel very, very pretentious, in that the way he edits the film and the way that the film is essentially shot, and essentially the execution feels kind of like Mulholland Drive or something David Lynch would have done. And I don't love that element of the film, and there are quite a lot of twists and turns that aren't necessary. Also, just the story, again, from the second half onwards. This is a really short film, by the way. It's only about an hour and 10 minutes, so it is an easy watch if you guys want to watch it, which I do recommend you do, because it is a pretty decent film. But after the second half, I do feel that the film kind of meanders a bit, and it loses focus, and it does get overly and unnecessarily complicated, which kind of hurts the movie a bit. But overall, I do think that Following is a very sort of promising first film. It's obviously Christopher Nolan, so it's still good. And although it does have its problems here and there, I do think that this is an extremely interesting character study with some very well written dialogue, and I'm going to give Following a B+. Guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. Thank you.